Hello everyone, welcome to StraightA. Dawson here, back with another video here today, and I came back from my trip. You had some fun, had some good times, went to a wedding, had some fun with friends, did all that stuff, and then I kind of started getting a little sick. I had to catch up on some stuff at work, so I have been out of commission. So it is literally Friday, so we're right before this next week, 11 games basically. And I want to recap the videos here real quick, as well as like the predictions, stuff like that. I set my predictions into everybody else. They sent me their predictions, so we'll go over those. You'll see that Saturday morning, as well as I guess the power rankings or my fantasy football series. I may do the fantasy football series on Sunday. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out as we go. But I'm not recording myself on webcam today because I just do not look good. I just do not look good at all. We'll just quickly go through all this. I'm not going to spend too much time on all these games, but fun times. Bengals, Ravens. Ravens won. Very, very good matchup. Very offensive focused. Bengals defense did not really come in clutch. The Ravens defense kind of did. Even though they got cooked by Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, they did all right. So across the board, pretty good. But Jamar Chase putting up 50 points basically in fantasy football, pretty insane. Like I said, the Bengals defense not very good. Lamar Jackson shows why he's the MVP leader right now, which is actually really awesome to see that he might get back-to-back MVPs. Pretty damn good. And, man, this guy, don't know what that guy's name is, but damn, he came in clutch. Good for the Ravens. Moving on, they take the dub. Giants, Panthers in Germany, was it? Or was this London? I forgot which one. It's overseas. The Giants are actual poverty. They will have the #1 pick this year. They will get rid of Daniel Jones and have a good time. Tyrone Tracy, though, looks like a good running back for the future. Devin Singletary, very good behind him. So other than that, there's really nothing besides Malik Neighbors on receiving end. And then defensively, the Giants are not good anymore. The Panthers showing some flashes, but not like anything amazing when Bryce Young's only throwing for 130 yards, essentially. They're really relying on Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders, and eventually Jonathan Brooks. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, again, not anything on the receiving end. Defensively, the Panthers played well, but again, how do you play bad against Daniel Jones? So, good job, Panthers. Screw you, Giants. Patriots beat the Bears. Yeah, the Bears have taken the biggest fall. People thought they were like the team, and then they get beat by 3-7 Patriots. So, Drake May, flashes here and there. He's reliable. I think we gotta wait another year for Drake May to really get something down for him because he just does not have a good roster around him right now. Ramondre, good as always. Austin Hooper coming in clutch. Defensively for Patriots, I mean, they are just such a good defensive-minded franchise. So good for the Patriots there. Bears, though, I mean, just fucking suck it. I mean, you just absolutely fucking suck. That's just like DeAndre Swift is about honestly, people shit on DeAndre Swift. He's about the only good thing on this fucking offense. All these receivers are trash. Caleb Williams is trash. The Bears defense in this game was trash. Granted, the Bears defense is usually good, but what the fuck, dude? 49ers, Bucks. 49ers and Bucks. I mean, Bucks are keeping the fight in them. I mean, they are losing games, but unfortunately, they had their main receivers. They probably would be, 5-5 at the very least. The 49ers was a must-win game. I mean, this was a must-win game for both these teams, honestly, but it was tough. Brock Purdy looks good. Christian McCaffrey, less good. He's definitely getting the groove of things again, but he's showing flashes. I like it. Juwan Jennings showcasing that he's the #1 guy in this offense, but Ricky Pearsall is getting some offensive snaps here. George Kittle, Debo, same thing. I mean, all 5 of these guys are the offense. That is awesome to see them all being very well supported. Defensively, I mean, they're fine, I guess. Fred Warner was about the only good thing, I think. Baker Mayfield, unfortunately, again, when you're not throwing that many people, you can't really get the receiving yards. Bucky Irvin, Rachaad White can only do so much. And again, receiving-wise, not too good. Bucks defense played valiant efforts. They had some good plays here and there, but, man, it's just unfortunate for the Bucks. They just couldn't play against the 49ers. Yeah, unfortunately, right there, I would have made a very big sighing motion of, slapping my head. Because the blocked field goal ended my career. I watched that with my dad, and my dad's a Broncos fan, and we just both died. It just both died. I mean, whatever. The Chiefs won. The Chiefs looked like trash, for the 4th game in total this whole season. They should be honestly 5-4. They should be 6-3, something along those lines. They should not be 9-0. They are the worst 9-0 team, I think, in NFL history. Now, that's obviously me just projecting a little bit because the Broncos should have won this game. But either way, Bo Nix and the Broncos, they look good. They're 5-5. They got some potential. Audric Estime is taking over the offense, it looks like, and he looks not too bad. So we'll see. Cortland Sutton making some awesome plays. Defensively, I mean, the Broncos have been playing excellent defensive line work. And Pat Surtain, looking awesome. Broncos have been playing out of their mind lately. Chiefs, again, when you're making Patrick Mahomes throw 42 times, that's pretty damn good. But again, he's fine. I get he's fine, okay? Guys, he's like a top half quarterback this year. All right, and I don't know why he was in the MVP conversation for so long, but yeah, he's a top half. Kareem Hunt couldn't do anything. Receiving one, Travis Kelce ate us up. DeAndre Hopkins, whatever. Boom, bada bing. Defense for the Chiefs, pretty damn good. Can't really complain about that one too much. Very good divisional matchup at the very, very least. So good on both those teams, honestly. Bills and Colts. I mean, Bills are showcasing that they are going for the win. They're going for the throat on things. And while Josh Allen may not be playing out of his mind, James Cook is doing very, very well. And I shouldn't say Josh Allen isn't playing out of his mind. He's just not. He's making mistakes. He's reverting back to the Josh Allen throwing a bunch of picks. But this gives me hope for the Bills Chiefs game, where Josh Allen will actually compete. But then that'll be the one game Patrick Mahomes actually does well, and he leads into a victory. I don't know. Whatever. Suck it. Bills, they're fine across the board. Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid missing. Kind of hurt that offense a little bit, but we'll see how they actually compete against the Chiefs. Makes it a little nervous. We'll talk about that in the feature video, though. Defensively, the Bills have been playing very, very well. A better defense than I think people are giving them credit for. Joe Flacco got benched again. Threw 3 picks, 2 touchdowns. I mean, this is what you're going to get from Joe Flacco. I mean, did anybody on the coaching staff here not think that about Joe Flacco? Whatever. Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs in the league completely. Alec Pierce makes some big plays. That's about it for him. Colts defense, they're fine. They were fine in this game. Better than most games, I think, for the Colts. So, good for you, Colts. Moving on there. Steelers and Commanders, very heartbreaking game again as well. Commanders, I really want to see them win. I don't like seeing Russell Wilson, quote unquote, do good because, again, he's not doing very, very well. My dad pointed this out that he is just throwing a bunch of moon balls, and that's where he racks up a bunch of yardage. And, of course, I don't know the lingo as much when it comes to strategy on that, but I mean, it's essentially what he's doing. He's just hauling the ball up and hoping somebody makes a play. Whatever, he's looking slightly better, but he's still taking sacks. Moving on. Jaylen Warren looking like a very, very good running back. Might take over the one from Najee Harris over time. We'll see. I mean, we thought that last year, so we'll see. George Pickens, good receiver. Mike Williams made a big play. Boom, bada, bing. It's over. Steelers defense, while it's not impressive stat-wise, I mean, they contained Jaden Daniels so fucking well. I mean, it was tough to see. This was just not a game Jaden Daniels could do well in at all. And it's just unfortunate, but Jaden Daniels, he still did what he could, but the Steelers matched up so well against him. Eckler was the number one guy here. Looked fine. Terry McLaurin looked good as usual. Zach Ertz, quote unquote, or not quote unquote, thumbs up for you. Defensively, the Commanders, they are doing well as well. But again, their secondary is probably still the weakest point of their defense. So we'll see if the Commanders can kind of piece something together. But they're 7-3 still. Pretty good. Not too shabby, I would say. Vikings, Jags, abysmal game. Vikings win. Mac Jones sucks. Sam Darnold sucks. Aaron Jones, kind of good. TJ Hawkinson, pretty damn good. Defense for the Vikings, still pretty good. Jags, in general, pretty poverty. Mac Jones, again, poverty. Travis Etienne, pretty poverty. Evan Ingram, one bright spot, quote unquote, maybe. I don't know. Defense for the Jags, they didn't do anything. Yeah, the Vikings win this, and it's not very impressive for them. Saints win a game they should not have won against the Falcons. Saints looked awful. Falcons looked even worse somehow. Kirk Cousins throws for 306 yards, loses with 17 points. You know why? Because their kicker can't fucking kick. Listen, I don't like saying bad things about kickers because I think one missed field goal, one missed extra point, and bad games, whatever. And I couldn't do what they do. Let that be known. I could not do what a kicker in the NFL does, except maybe for an extra point. That's about it. That's about all I got in me, possibly. And that's even a huge maybe. But man, when you miss 3 field goals in the game like this, I mean, it was just pretty bad. He's just really, really bad. Bijan, very, very good. Drake London, hopefully he's good. Darnell Mooney, I think he's pretty good. Both, the receivers for this Falcons offense in general is so fucking good. Defense though kind of screwed the pooch. I just didn't make plays when they needed to. Derek Carr. Don't want to say Derek Carr looked good. He didn't look bad. Alvin Kamara arguably could have had a really long reception. Didn't, unfortunate, but Alvin Kamara still thumbs up, pretty damn good for this offense. MVS made some big plays. Could be something awesome for this offense, what we thought Bub Means would be, but go figure. MVS, maybe he's going to be the guy. Defense for the Saints, cannot say he's much better. It's just because the Falcons freaking choked this game away is why the Saints won this, whatever. Divisional game, anything can happen. Boom, moving on. Chargers looking better and better. I love seeing the Chargers do well because if there's one team in the AFC West that can do well aside from the Broncos, it's the Chargers I want to see. I want to see the Chargers carve up some teams. Titans, they didn't look good at all. I mean, Will Levis, sure, he threw 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Good for him. That's a very big rarity. The run game seems pretty split. Tony Pollard, I know, was hurt for a little bit. Calvin Ridley looked really good. If they can make that connection between Will Levis and Calvin Ridley, could be really, really damn good for the Titans. Defensively, unfortunately, when you're playing against a Chargers team that knows how to run the ball and throw the ball, it's pretty damn tough. When Gus Edwards comes in and comes back and helps make this duo a little bit better, pretty damn good. Justin Herbert made some plays, but didn't throw the ball very much because they didn't need to. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards did damn good. So we'll see how this goes going forward. Across the board, people made some plays. Will Dissly was the main target, but nothing too special. Defensively, Chargers have been playing very, very well, but not really as much as Bosa. Bosa has not been playing extremely well this year. It's really been the rest of the defensive line and even the secondary a little bit playing pretty well. So Chargers defense actually low-key might be a top 5 defense going into next year, depending on the draft and free agency, stuff like that. But very curious to see Chargers, quote-unquote, thumbs up. I keep on saying quote-unquote instead of thumbs up. Fuck me. Jets poverty. Do I need to say more? Aaron Rodgers did not do well. Breece Hall was fine, but he didn't get much of the ball. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams made some plays, but again, when Aaron Rodgers sucks, you can't really help that much. Defensively, the Jets have been looking worse and worse, kind of inverse of the Chargers. I think they might be at bottom 10 defense going into next year. We'll see. Vita Vea Actually, Vita Vea is not on the fucking team anymore, is he? Or not Vita Vea. It's DJ Reed. That's who I was thinking of. Not DJ Reed. Quincy Williams. I'm just a fucking idiot. Just ignore me. Kyler Murray, thumbs up, pretty good. James Conner finally might be getting out snapped by Trey Benson. I think that might be this point of the year. Trey Benson may actually get some fucking reps in, so we'll see how that turns out. Receiving wise, I guess James Conner is still getting receiving work though. In fairness, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., thumbs up. They're doing damn good. Like to see it. Defensively, Cardinals are looking better. They are still probably not the greatest defense, but against the Jets' offensive line, we'll give them some credit here. They did pretty damn well. Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles dominated the Cowboys, bent them over. Cooper Rush died, probably. Jalen Hurts didn't need to do much. Saquon Barkley honestly didn't need to do much. Really was just a game of let's win and then move on. A.J. Brown made some big play. Dallas Goedert made some big plays. I should say made a big play is what I should say for Dallas Goedert. Defensively, Eagles did what their job was. Honestly, just make sure Cooper Rush doesn't gain any momentum. And when you don't throw for even 75 passing yards, your fucking receivers are going to suck. I mean, granted, CeeDee Lamb still got 6 receptions. Good for him. Rico Dowdle was about the only good thing about this offense. And defensively, the Cowboys tried. They're not a bad defense, but they do not look nearly as good as they did last year. It's unfortunate. And then we got 2 more games: the Lions and Texans, and Dolphins and Rams. Lions Texans game of the week easily. Is it easily? Yeah, probably easily. Very, very good game. A lot of interceptions, a lot of defensive plays, but the offenses were fun to watch, is what I should say. Jared Goff, again, 3 very, very unfortunate interceptions. 2 of them were just, he fucking messed up. But they still won by 3 points. Game-winning field goal. Great for them. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery looked very good. Jahmyr Gibbs specifically, though. Sam Laporta made a big play. Amon-Ra found the end zone. Good to see both those guys doing very, very well. Lions defense, overall pretty good. I mean, both these defenses played very, very well. I mean, with high-powered offenses that they have, it's tough to do that sometimes. Joe Mixon being limited, pretty tough. C.J. Stroud, unfortunately, throwing 2 interceptions as well, basically negating Jared Goff's interceptions. So essentially, the Lions only turned the ball over 2 more times than the Texans, because it was a Hail Mary the Lions threw, so that was negated, and then 2 interceptions each kind of evens it out to 2 interceptions extra from the Lions. If that made sense, probably didn't, but whatever. The receivers are kind of weird right now. We'll see if Nico Collins can kind of come back in here and actually breathe some life into this offense. Other than that, Texans defense, like I said, made some big plays, but just couldn't get to Jared Goff, it looks like. There looked literally no sacks, interestingly enough. Of course, 5 interceptions between 5 players, especially Lassiter here. So good for you. Also kills the MVP race for Jared Goff, by the way. I was really hoping for that to be a thing, but no, it's not. Dolphins beat the Rams, I guess. I mean, this is just 2 teams that are just struggling to keep themselves relevant. Unfortunately, I think the Rams need it more in the NFC than the Dolphins did, but we'll see. I don't know. Both these teams kind of just, they're so exciting, but yet so bad at the same time. Tua looked fine. Achane, unfortunately, just couldn't get much run work, so he was mostly in the receiving game. Jalen Waddle actually was the most receptive guy. Tyreek Hill, or most targeted guy, I believe. I think other than Devon Achane, sorry. Because Tyreek Hill, honestly, again, is not doing too much on his offense anymore. I don't know what happened. Defensively, both these teams played about what you would expect. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad. 4 sacks, though. I mean, that's a lot of sacks, honestly, from the Dolphins here. Good defensive play there. Rams, Matthew Stafford not playing the best, but he just threw the ball up a bunch of times. Kyron Williams ran for a decent bit. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp looking like a great duo once again. No surprise there. Defensively, again, played very well. 3 sacks actually looks like for them, and 1 interception. So good on the Rams there. Both these teams, unfortunately, going forward, will not likely be the amazing teams we hope for. Hopefully, they bring up some exciting games and make some things close and exciting. Maybe even like kind of a last-minute run. Both these teams need to lock in, though, damn soon. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next video. I got a lot of producing to do and hopefully some sleeping to do. Yeah, we'll see. See you guys in the next video.